Welcome to another video. Today we got the patch 6.3 patch notes, which are still in a preliminary status, but so far we got a lot of content to uncover and a lot of changes happening to Final Fantasy XIV. And yeah, the devil is in the detail this time, so you should definitely check out this whole patch notes list or the whole summary here for yourself. You can find that in the description like always. Of course, I will skip through the content mostly that is kind of spoilerish, so we'll just go through the system changes, gears changes and all that stuff. And yeah, of course, we're still missing the combat system changes to PvP and the normal job changes that I think will be released on Monday or Tuesday. So let's go through this piece by piece. We have playable content. Like I said, this is basically the new content, but here we have players can now dive in Upper Lenosea. So this is a very beautiful sea, by the way. That's a cool addition. I think it's nice that they add these features. Yeah, let's skip through the main scenario quest here. That's the 24-man raid. Make sure that you unlock the quest. It takes a while. I just figured it out by myself that I haven't finished the whole quest line, so that's why I mentioned it in my preparation video, and you should definitely do that because it quite takes a while. New side story quests have been added, Tales of the Newfound Adventure here. Yeah, Tataro's Great Endeavor, we talked about that. Note that you don't only have to unlock this with the Pirates, the Heavensward 24-man raid, the Alliance raid quest, but also the Four Lords now, which this is the 5th Lord quest, which kind of continues the story of that. The Four Lords have to deal with the Stormblood trial, so you have to do this first and just check for Google for the Four Lords quest, and I think you will know where to start and what you need to do, and then just do it because it's kind of easy task, not something you could basically solo them, by the way. Just saying, yeah, the normal versions I think are soloable for nearly all jobs out there. Okay, so we have custom deliveries with this beautiful pet here being highlighted, Supplicant Sheep. Okay, nice. New chapters have been added to New Game Plus, the side story quest, Tales of Newfound Adventure, and Deep Dungeons finally get some new icons, and also field operations get new icons, and the variant and criterion dungeons get new icons. Yeah, maybe we should get some rewards as well. That would actually fix the system more than icons. But yeah, so far it's good that they haven't forgotten about this content. When the location or destination of a quest is not in a city or the open field, a quest icon will now display on the map, indicating the path to reach it. Okay, now you're getting babysitted a bit more, right? As a result of this update, it will now be possible to reach quests in unique areas by following the quest icon on the map. Only quests added in patch 6.1 through patch 6.3 are supported at this time. Support for quests from 6.0 and prior will be implemented in a future update. Okay, so this is basically just for the new quests after 6.1. The Chronicles of New Era quests, but I Hardly Know Her and the Gift of the Archmagus will no longer be available. Yeah, I think that's the weekly quest you had on the old raids, if I remember correctly. And they seem to be removing it. Yeah, I think the reason could be something, yeah, that is connected to the new Hildebrand quests and the Mandeville weapons, but we will see what that means for us. Additional information has been added to journal entries for Crystalline and Studium delivery quests. Quests requiring the procurement of fish now display fishing locations and the bait required. Furthermore, quests requiring collectibles now indicate the necessary collectability rating. Okay. Certain quests previously classified as side quests in the journal have been further separated into the following categories. Chronicles of Light. Okay, we have more separations here. That's always good if you have a catalog more, especially when this game is so convoluted with content, which is not this game alone, so don't get me wrong here. Deep Dungeons quests will be classified as records of the unusual endeavors in the journal. Okay. Yeah, these are things, I think that sounds super unnecessary right now, but to kind of sort out the whole game or to make it more simplified, this is very, very important to have these little changes, and I really enjoy that we're getting the info about it. That's definitely something not every developer is doing, so this is definitely a good thing. In the Fate, Steel Rain Odin's level will be fixed at level 50. Okay, I think that's the Fate. Yeah, Fate where you can fight Odin. Adjustments will be made to compensate for an unanticipated increase in difficulty caused by value downscaling implemented in patch 6.3. Okay, they make it a bit harder, right? Yeah, that's, I think, cool. I like that you can play basically all the old content in Final Fantasy and still get the original feel and the original experience, and yeah, I like that a lot. That's definitely one of the biggest advantages this game has. No other game is so good at yeah, refreshing or keeping old content alive. New items are available in exchange for bicolor gemstones from the gemstone trader and NPCs in certain areas. Oh yeah, by the way, that's something I missed on my preparation video. Bicolor gemstones, it would not be bad to save them, because sometimes you have the situation that some of these requirements or the currency that you can exchange it against is valuable again with some changes in crafting system or anything like that. So it might be worth it to check this out again and have some of these bicolor gemstones at stock. The treasure hunt. Ophio Taro skin treasure maps have been added. Yeah, so we have the new treasure map that also leads to the new shifting Gymnasium Agonon. Entering the shifting Gymnasium Agonon when opening a treasure coffer found using an Ophio Taro skin treasure map, there's a low chance a portal will appear leading to the shifting Gymnasium Agonon. So this is kind of the rare encounter here. Level requirement level 90, of course. Party size 8 players, 60 minutes. Progressing through the shifting Gymnasium Agonon. Upon entering the instance, players will find an arcane sphere, which must be used to perform an invocation. Doing so will trigger a roulette wheel, summoning forth one or more creatures to serve as the first trial. Okay. As a treasure chest will appear upon defeating the enemy summoned, only the player who opened the teleportation portal can access it. After claiming the contents of the treasure chest, the arcane sphere can be used again to initiate the next trial. Okay, so yeah, this is basically the new map for the treasure hunting or treasure map. Duty will end if any of the following conditions are met. 5 trials are passed and the duty is completed. The red stops and a space that removes the party from the duty. So this is basically a roulette instead of having these gates. Yeah, I'm kind of curious to see how that works and yeah, how much fun this actually does. I'm not completely sure about that. Rewards in the Excitatron 6000 have been adjusted. Rewards for Kumbariskin treasure maps have been adjusted. So these were the previous treasure maps. Of course, yeah, they always adjust later or earlier things when new things are getting introduced. Grant and free companies. New charge symbol options have been added to company crests. New charge symbol options have also been added to PvP team crests. Oh, okay, so yeah, more crests. Are these all new? Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I mean, it's not a big effort to create all of these, but it's, like I said, it's always good to see something improved. No matter what sort of content it is or what department of the game, it's always good if it's getting worked on and people are still thinking about it. That's what I really, really like to see. New craftable items have been added to the company workshop. I guess it's this little house here, which looks actually very cool. I might exchange mine with that. We'll see. The following additions and adjustments have been made to subaquatic voyages. New areas have been added, new items have been added, maximum submersible rank has been increased from 100 to 105. Guys, I don't know anything about that. I never did this. I hope that you have any clue what that means. Of course, yeah, new areas. That's something I can make sense of. Okay, housing. Yeah, it's coming. It's coming already this time on the patch, not on 6.35, but on 6.3. Wards 25 through 30 have been added to all residential districts. 6 wards with corresponding subdivisions have been added to all districts for a total 12 new wards available per district. Plots and in all new wards are available for purchase via the lottery system. Apartments have also been added to all wards. So we have the lottery system still, which works like you know from the Ishgard housing district. But this time, of course, we have more on the other residential areas as well. And the lottery entry period for these new plots will begin on Sunday, January the 15th. So yeah, keep that in mind, 7 a.m. This is very important, so be ready for that. Like I said, check out your location, check out which you really like to see and where you can find yourself to live. Yeah, you actually live there, so I think that makes sense. Yeah, and then go through all of these possible ways. And yeah, like I said, it's always good to use the lottery. Maybe I will actually do a guide about that, because there are certain ways and tips that I can provide how you can increase your chance that some people might not know about. But yeah, more to that. Of course, be ready for it. January the 15th, so it's, I think, next week after the patch, the Sunday after the patch, yeah. Unrestricted plots have been added to housing classifications. When entering the lottery for an unrestricted plot, you may choose either free company or private plot classification. Okay, so yeah, we have some of the ones for free company only and some of the private plots that you can now access also. Yeah, I think it's always good to have the free company priority, because that's kind of connecting more people together and not only saving or losing spots for just one person. And it's cool that they have this priority system in hand. I think it's cool that free companies have the upper hand here. Okay, furnishings from the Final Fantasy XIV furnishing design contests have been added. Yeah, just look at the pictures. Oh god, that's really, really detailed here. Look at that. I like that. New furnishings have been added. Yeah, this is cool. That's something I could find myself using. This is more to I haven't decorated my house interior. To be completely honest with you, my wife did that because I was just too lazy to do it. I think I should spend some time on this with all the glitches and all that stuff that need to be done for it. Okay, portrait furnishings may now be previewed. You may preview portraits in shops, your inventory, and elsewhere by accessing the preview subcommand on any given portrait. Okay, so you can always portray these and preview these. That is amazing. That's a good change. Because sometimes when just reading the name, of course, you have the icon that helps you a lot. But above that, it's really not helpful sometimes. And having this as a preview, that's really cool. That works for all the furnishings so far. That's amazing. New Orchestrion roles have been added. Yeah, of course, for all the raids and all that stuff. The new raid, the new dungeon. We will see more Orchestrion roles. New aquarium fish have been added. Okay, that's quite an odd one. A new seed for flower pots have been added. I mean, we have so many housing stuff. Why can't Viera and Hrothgar hats be a thing now? I can make sense of that. Sorry, guys, but it's weird for me. Morning Glory Seeds. Morning Glory Seeds can be purchased from the following NPCs. Mist, Material Supplier. Okay, yeah, just check this out if you want these Morning Glory Seeds. The Mandeville Gold Saucer. New prizes are available for purchase using NGP, which is this mount, which looks like an airship from Final Fantasy IX a bit. Yeah, it seems like the style is definitely looking Final Fantasy IX like. A new course, Sylph Step, has been added to the Gate of Leap of Faith. Yeah, we saw Yoshi P failing at this in the live lead already, which is definitely a fun moment. And yeah, even Asmongold reacted to already. So yeah, quite a popular moment in Final Fantasy XIV history, I think. The following adjustments have been made to the gate schedule. One of the 3 listed gates will be held at the times below. Every hour on the hour, Earth time. Air Force 1 Cliffhanger, Leap of Faith, the falling city of Nim. Hourly, 20 minutes past the hour. Earth time, hourly, 40 minutes past the hour. Yeah, check these out if you're really interested. These are basically changes that you have to accept anyways. And I mostly figure out when playing the game. Like, for example, the updated UI that you can upscale your eye tools, your icons from full HD to 4K resolution. I figured that out basically 2 weeks into the patch, and I was like, oh, good that this is in the game. Nice that I haven't recognized it. So yeah, it's good if you read it and somebody figures out what is really important on these changes. Sometimes, yeah, you just have these sorting things, and Square Enix just sorting out UI stuff and description stuff, which is not that relevant for the player at the moment, at least when you just have one single change. But yeah, then you have these big changes happening. The following additions and adjustments have been made to the Island Sanctuary. I will skip through Island Sanctuary, guys. I haven't done it yet. Please refer to the link in the description to check this out for yourself, or maybe wait for Meoni's video. Maybe actually Meoni's video will be up on the same time as mine. Yeah, basically check out Meoni. He's the guy for something like that. I just want to check it out myself, and yeah, why not just sharing it with you and doing this together, right? So yeah, Island Sanctuary, I don't have any clue what this means. I don't have any clue what they changed here. I haven't done this yet. Check this out for yourself. It seems to be a lot that has been changed here for the patch 6.3. So yeah, you should definitely know that. New hairstyle options have been added for Viera. Okay, that's cool. That's something we already had in the game, right? So that's basically just a revamp, and now Viera have access to that. Yeah, Hrothgar as well. Okay. this looks cool. Yeah. Female Hrothgar, when? I don't know. Yeah, please Square, work on the hats, guys. It's really not that hard. It can't be that hard, really. There are modders out there that are doing this stuff in their free time. They're not getting paid for it. I think there might be a good way of doing it for yourself and by yourself especially. Duty support has been added for the following duties. So yeah, we have the NPC system being increased and improved every patch now, which is amazing. I like that I can advertise this game as the solo single player experience for the main quest or the main scenario quest. And yeah, basically maybe 1 year in the future, or at least in 7.0, you can basically solo the game up to, yeah, whenever there's content for the MSQ. I still don't know about the trials. I feel like the trials are still missing, right? Or do we have the duty support for trials already in the game? I don't know about that. Yeah, Trust can't do trials as well, right? So yeah, I think you still have to do the trials with other players. But yeah, when this is the only multiplayer experience you need to do, I think people can still stand that and be fine with it. Okay, so we have new earrings here. Price available in exchange for Chloe's silver certificates of commendation and Chloe's bronze certificates of commendation have been adjusted. Okay, yeah, these very little Kagi things. I don't know if Kagis are very popular in Japan, right? I really don't know. I have no clue about that, but it seems so. The following duties have been added. Pandemonium Abyssos, 5th through 8th circles, Lapis. Ah, yeah, they will introduce that to the duty system now. And yeah, of course, we have the lockout being removed. I just read that already. The following additions and adjustments have been made to Full Hollow. Containment Bay S1T7 Unreal will be Containment Bay P1T6 Unreal now. Different Unreal trials will be available in each major patch. Yeah, yeah. This time it's Sophia. We already know that. A new emote has been added. Oh, this is the communication emote. I like that a lot. Which basically is in many MSQ cutscenes where you can find this normally. New poses have been added for the sit emote. The man spreading here, nice. I hope you can do that as a female character as well for multiple reasons. No, to just be fair, right? I'm not sure. Which are the new ones? Are these all new poses here? That's cool. That's 5 new poses. It seems so. I think these could be the identical, but just with a Lala and a Rothgar here. But so far, these look different. Like, at least 4 different poses. That's definitely cool for especially all the glamour hunters and true endgame enthusiasts here. A new pose is available when holding umbrella-type fashion accessories. Players can now change their posture by performing the change pose emote. Okay, okay. I didn't know that you could not do this because I basically never use these umbrella things. The only thing I hold in my character's hands are weapons, right? So, yeah. Yeah, battle system. This looks very hollow right now, as you can see here. I think there will be the job changes coming, or at least on Tuesday or Monday. We will see that and talk about that, of course. Miscellaneous adjustments to action, trait, and status effect descriptions have been made. No changes have been made to their effects. Icons indicating physical magic and unique damage will now be displayed in the battle log. Okay, nice. In the battle log or on screen as well? Icons will now be displayed in the battle log. No, I think in log then. Yeah, on the display could be a bit convoluted, but I'm not sure if I would actually like that. I think you will be able to just toggle it off or anything like that. Time remaining for enhancing and enfeebling effects will now be displayed on the party list. Oh my god, this is a big change. This was basically what all the talk about the tools and forbidden tools was all about. And at least Xeno was very hyped about this. I know that. And I am actually also very hyped. I just hope that it doesn't convolute the interface too much. We'll see about that. Of course, you can disable it, I guess. This option can enabled or be enabled or disabled via the party list tab under UI settings. Of course, yeah. I think I will just try it out. I'm not sure if I will disable it because of how many numbers are being displayed. Like I said, I always play in the mode of being a content creator first and a player second, because I want very cool footage most of the times when I'm actually doing raids and stuff. So yeah, it could not be very cool to use that for myself, but it's a very, very cool change for high-end raiders, for raiders in general. That's awesome. Please, Square, put all the features that some mods provide, like especially like AI upscaling. That would be awesome. I just talked with Cart about that. It seems to be a very difficult and technically in detail process to do that, but yeah, I would hope for Square to enter that realm of modding and making your game cooler and better and sharper. Would be cool. Text color for the recast timer in the middle of action icons when enlarged has been adjusted for certain actions. A new dungeon, Lapis Manalis, has been added. Yeah, we'll skip through that. Like I said, don't spoil any content that's coming. We want to experience that. Containment Bay P1T6 Unreal, which is Sophia, will be introduced. So the totem received... we just skipped that here nearly. The totem received upon completing this trial can be exchanged be rewards by speaking with Nesvaz in Razzatan. Okay, yeah, that's about the trial here, of course. And yeah, we have the Unreal trial that I still haven't done any of the significant Unreal trials so far. I really have to. Because I think that's a very good difficulty level between the Savage and Extreme version of content, right? So yeah, I'll have to try it out and use that hype for myself. The drop rate for Blue Feather Lynx Flute has been increased. They can also be purchased in exchange for totems from Nesvaz and Razzatan. I think that hasn't been the case still now, right? But it has been increased. That's always good. It feels like something's not running on the same and fair level with drop changes sometimes, and they need to fix it from time to time. So here we got it. The weekly restrictions on rewards in Pandemonium Abyssal has been removed. So it's August, September, October, November, December, and now January. Yeah, okay, 4 months when this had happened. I think it should not exceed the 2-month period. But of course, it's Square's game. They have to make the decision. I think it's too long that this just happens when the 0.3 patch comes or 0.5 patch comes. Maybe Square think about doing this earlier. I don't know why the restrictions... If you're just saving this for keeping some people subscribed, we just talked about that yesterday on live stream, I think it's not the right move to do that. Just give people the opportunity and the option to grind down their content whenever they want, and especially equip alts. Nobody is able to equip more than 2 alts if you just, or alt jobs better said, if you have these weekly restrictions running. It's horrible. The number of unsung blades of Blizzard required to exchange for an ultralight tombstone has been reduced from 7 to 4. Okay, this of course is always in the same mode, on the same breath, like the changes and weekly lockout removal. Reaper and Sage weapons are now available from coffers that appear after completing Oma Alphascape Savage. They haven't been in the game for Reaper and Sage? That's crazy. That is a fix. I can't tell anything then that should have been in the game way earlier. Sorry about that, but Square needs to work on this way earlier, in my opinion. Alright, the Alliance Raid Dungeon, Euphrosyne. I don't know how to spell it, but this is the new 24 main raid. I'm really hyped about that. Like I said, remember to do the quest before. It's quite a long quest, so make sure that you unlocked it. Players will no longer be rewarded cracked anthrol clusters upon completing a Glaya. Okay, I think that's something we can stand because, yeah, material prices are just so low right now. The following adjustments have been made to Deep Dungeons. A next button has been added to the item appraisal window, allowing players to more easily appraise additional items. The Deep Dungeon Guide interface has been adjusted. Players can now view the Deep Dungeon Guide via the character info window, even after entering the dungeon. Sustaining potion effect duration has been increased from 15 to 30 seconds. Only available for use in the Palace of the Dead. Okay, so just for the old versions. Yeah, it's always like when they introduce new content, they always check out the old content, how it's still working, how it's still maintaining its freshness, and they try to improve what they kind of introduce in the new content, also to be put into the old content, all the fixes, all the improvements and all that stuff. The items required to enhance equipment purchased with Alagan Tomes of Casualty, Moonshine Twine, and Moonshine Brine can be purchased from the following vendors. Okay, this seems to be the upgrading materials that you can get for Sack of Nuts as well. That's definitely the big thing here. As you can see, you need Aglaya coin and Euphrosyne coin, so I was not wrong on this. You need both of them. Euphrosyne coins are obtained upon completing the new Alliance Raid Dungeon Euphrosyne, so you get one of these per week. And I think you can still only get one Aglaya coin per week. So, yeah, you're not kind of locked out if you just run both of these consistently. But I think Sack of Nuts are the real deal if you want to grind this down as fast as possible. this is your only option right now. So make sure that you have a good A rank link shell or A rank train Discord, whatever, to get this done. And yeah, like I said, remember that the accessories are definitely the easier way. I think they cost 2,000, and the higher things like the left side gear costs 4,000 or 3,000. I don't remember correctly. I think 3,000. Yeah, 3,000. So prefer the accessories from Sack of Nuts and use these for your big upgrades like the chest, trousers, helm, hands, and boots. Upgrading equipment. After acquiring the items to enhance your equipment from Jalakshai, Wilmeda, or Nesvas, speak with Kaldin in Rasatan and exchange them for augmented gear of your choice. It's always the same. Of course, there will be a gear companion video from my point right after the patch has been released, or one day after that, and yeah, to guide you through all the item system changes and all that stuff. But of course, for now, make sure that these can be upgraded and basically in the usual way, like always. The following duties have been added to Raid Finder, Containment Bay, and the new trial that we don't know about. The duty Storm's Crown Extreme has been moved from the Raid Finder to the Duty Finder. Yeah, that makes sense. It's easier now, or more, not the recent content. Players will now receive the power of the Echo in the event all party members are incapacitated during the following trials. Okay, so yeah, we get the Echo when all people die, so that people can now just do the content for experiencing it and not have the tough challenge anymore, which is actually very powerful. Through a maximum of 25% to your stats, to your life, to your damage output, to your healing. That's a lot. The going in there with the Echo is always a bit heavy thing. The strength of Echo granted in Pandemonium Asphodelos has been increased. The Echo will take effect upon commencing increasing players' maximum HP damage. This hasn't been in the game for Asphodelos yet? Okay, that's kind of weird. I always thought this also goes hand in hand with the weekly lockout removal, but it seems that it's they kind of set this apart from each other this time in the current tier. Which is, I actually like that, because then we still have the weekly lockout, and you don't automatically get the Echo, but unlike other instances, the strength of Echo will not increase in the event all party members are incapacitated. Yeah, I don't know. I like the toggle. Is that still in the game? The toggle that you can just choose the Echo buff or not? I think that's what was the best option in my opinion. But yeah, we'll see. The duties listed within Duty Roulette Expert have been changed. Duties changed before, after. Yeah, always the new dungeons are getting into the Expert, of course. The required average item level to register for Duty Roulette Expert has been increased. Dude, 590, that's nothing. Yeah, you can easily catch up there. The following adjustments have been made to do at level 90. Yeah, of course, the Azaldal's legacy has been added. Sorry, it's quite early here in Germany. I'm sorry, please forgive me if anything is wrong. And my pronunciation, my word finding is not the best right now, but I'm trying my best to do this. The duties listed within Duty-led Mentor have been changed as the follows. Yeah, of course, new. It's always the same. We have new Stone Sky Sea dummy for the trial. Adjustments have been made to the following instant dungeons: Great Google Library, Etherochemical Research Facility. So yeah, they also change all the bosses according to the new NPC system, that the NPCs are supporting you, and they need to adjust the bosses mechanics for that. That's definitely making sense here. The display of target indicators for certain battle mechanics has been adjusted to the following duties. Oh, by the way, this means we now have finally reached the state that all the Heavensward trials are being NPC supported now. So yeah, this is really cool. I think we can see them do Stormblood until the next big patch maybe, and then afterwards maybe even Shadowbringers for 7.0, or maybe they can even do it for Endwalker. But I think that's actually something that needs to be, yeah, that's a lot of programming that needs to be done here. And I would still like to see more that they introduce Hrothgar and Viera heads, which I actually do believe it's not that much. If you just write one code that's kind of putting all the values together and kind of hiding ears and all that stuff, it might actually not be as hard as making bosses or revamping bosses, how to deal them or how to participate them with NPCs. So yeah, The display of target indicators for certain battle mechanics have been adjusted in the following duties. Yeah, of course. Check this out. We will see whenever we do the duty stuff together. Okay, PvP. That's significant, but still no job changes. They will come. They announced that in the live letter already, so be hyped about that and stay tuned for that on Monday or on Tuesday, whenever that happens. Limit gauge charge time will now be included in limit break help text. That's good. The charge time, oh my god, that's very, very good. Because I always think about, hey, how many seconds do I need until my limit break is up? Because in all honesty, the limit break can be a total game changer. That's definitely the thing, especially for a Dragoon like I am. I have turned many games with just my limit break. Actions that increase movement speed will now include the rate of increase in their help text. Please, please, more of that. More of this in basically all things. I don't like, especially the buff, for example. If you have the volcano map, when you run through this buff, yes, it's sloppy. Sometimes you just don't run through this and you don't get the buff. Or that's also something on the potion. When you just walk into the field, the engine doesn't register that you're in there. But at least give us some info how much we get. Especially the buff to damage, it just increases your damage. How much? Is it 1%? Then I don't need to grab these. Is it 5%? Maybe I need to get them. Is it 10%? I want them. So yeah, it's really cool if we have some clear values on some of these help texts. That would be really cool to have this being added to the game in more departments. Players will now longer be able to register for multiple duties simultaneously when registering for a PvP duty via the duty finder. That's something that's bad. Players will no longer be able to register for multiple duties simultaneously when registering. Why? Why? Why do you want to make the queue even worse? I don't know about that. That's something I really don't know about. Series 2 will end and Series 3 will begin. Series 3 will be held from patch 6.3 to the release of patch 6.4, during which time you can earn Series XP and increase your Series level by participating in any PvP duty. Increasing your Series level will unlock various Series rewards. These are the new armor sets, right? They look awesome. I think these are kind of the counterpart to the Arcfiend set. Oh my god, I'm hyped. I still don't know why they have these super low resolution pictures in here. But yeah, I will help you out with the showcase video, so don't worry about that resolution. We will have this in absolutely high-res 4K resolution with filters on. Not too much, but yeah, this will look very good. I can promise that to you. Please note that rewards from Series 2 can only be claimed until the end of Series 3. To claim rewards, select Series milestones from the PvP profile window and then select previous series. Yeah, I'm still grinding this. I need to do that, so let's keep this very quick. I need to do more PvP and all that stuff for the Series milestone rewards. A new arena, the Clockwork Castle Town, has been added. I'm very hyped about that. I'm not sure about this mechanic here, but it looks really, really interesting. And yeah, seeing this, that this deals a lot of damage on the life ladder, I'm not sure if that's a cool thing or annoying thing. We'll see. Standing upon a trick floor for too long will trigger Tatami Twist, launching the unwitting loiterer into the air and inflicting damage. Trick doors. Players who approach these false gates will find themselves teleported instantly to another door. Okay, that's really a funny thing. Especially if you want to retreat. Yeah, you can maybe get this done by clicking the door and being somewhere else and nobody can get you and you can just recuperate or use your elixir. Commencing after the match is well underway, the pneumatic parrot triggers the appearance of certain events and NPCs. Clockwork, yeah, we'll check this out. I think that's also new content. Let's just check this out live, maybe on stream or anything. Just check it out in game. It's always much more fun to do this and be surprised about the content's features. To facilitate easier acquisition, medicine kits and bomb cores will be obtainable from a greater distance. Hey, yes, exactly what we just talked about. That's good. That's really good because I feel like the engine was a bit too sloppy, and if they increase the range, it might actually counteract that problem or solve that problem. One player per job settings will no longer apply to spectators of custom matches. Whatever that means. I haven't been a spectator yet. The following additions and adjustments have been made to custom matches. A button allowing players to register for rematch will be added to the match results screen. All combatants must agree to a rematch and no more than 5 consecutive matches can be held in this manner. Oh my god, this is amazing. Please let this work. Please let this work. This feature would be a game changer to the queue times. Because then you're always fighting against the same people that had the same or kinda the same matchmaking value, and you are able to just grind through this. That would be amazing. All commenters, I'm not sure if they shuffle around people, because that's something I hope for. This would be amazing. If they shuffle around people still, it would... Otherwise, it would be a bad thing. Sometimes you just have a bad team and you're being destroyed. That's definitely something you want to change then. And you most of the times you don't want to appeal or approach with the same team again. But yeah, to be honest, I actually think this is better than just standing in the queue for 30 minutes. So yeah, I think I would just give it a chance of having the rematch. Because yeah, your enemy can have the same problem. If you do that 5 times, you lose 5 times, but you can also win 5 times because yeah, you're just stuck with a bad team. Yeah, it's definitely a good thing. I hope this works and there's no problem and issue with introducing this feature. Players' tier will no longer be displayed with portraits or match results. Okay. Yeah, more anonymous fighting now. I think it's okay. It's okay. As long as the matchmaking internally works, it's still fine. Season 4 will end and Season 5 will begin. When the season ends, the top 100 ranking players from each data center will receive vouchers via the Moogle delivery service. I have to do that still. Players finishing the bronze tier or higher can claim rewards by speaking with the seasonal quartermasters. Yeah, at least I'm silver, but I need to climb more. I still have to play this, and I think there's not much time left. But yeah, one afternoon or one evening when you just have a constant queue, it's really possible to do it. I need to do that. Number of the current season will now be displayed in the following windows: PvP profile and duty find. That's good, because I always was confused about this series and season thing. That's a different term, and yeah, it was a bit confusing for me. New items have been added. Holy man, that's amazing. These look a bit like these LED effects and like they were glowing. Yeah, these look like they are glowing actually. That is amazing. They still have the Aglaya vibe, but I like this glowing addition here. That's really, really cool. Of course, the showcase picture here is horrible. I'm not sure about this, if the slider has something to do with the low quality here. It's so low. I think this is not even 480p picture quality or resolution. It's crazy. But yeah, don't worry, there will be a 4K showcase on my channel whenever the patch launches. So don't worry about that. New recipes have been added. Yeah, these are the new... I think the crafter set and the gatherer set, right? I'm not sure. This actually looks like a crafter set only, because this is definitely looking like a cooking set. Yeah, it really looks like a crafter set. I think that's actually not a gatherer set. We'll see. Following items can now be equipped regardless of gender. Okay, check this out. That's definitely cool. I like that a lot, because yeah, having these equality things running over the game is always a good thing. People having unlimited freedom is something I'm looking for. And of course, please, sometimes at some point in time, give us the transmog system. It's so much easier than just having all the items stuck in our inventory. It's really unnecessary. But yeah, actually, give us the chance. I would pay $5 per month more to have the transmog system in the game, and then they can just get all my retainers. I don't care about the retainers, but it's just for having more simplicity in this. Please, Square Enix, make that happen. The following items names have been changed. Gentlemen's... yeah, okay, that, of course, making it a bit more neutral, sexually neutral. Opening coffers that have been signed will now transfer set signature to all items within. This change applies to crafted sets of paladin arms, such as... Yeah, okay, the paladin arms, it's always about this, that you have the shield and the sword together and not... a disadvantage compared to the other jobs. The following items are now dyeable: chocobo mask, chocobo suit, racing chocobo mask, fat chocobo mask. Okay, I didn't know that they weren't, but that's always, like I said, it's always cool to have additions and improvements on basically all subjects of the game. Certain items can now be sold desynthesized or submitted for expert delivery missions. The option to display only recently added items has been added to script exchange and sundry splendors. Select show only recently added items in the shop window to apply this filter. Crafted item level 610 equipment can now be exchanged for upgraded item level 620 equipment. Yeah, that's it. That's exactly what I was speculating about. So we get the item upgrades for the crafted gear. So yeah, there it is. There it is. That's actually the reason why we need to spend time with Rinashita gear, by the way. I have been corrected. Sorry about the wrong pronunciation. Rinashita gear. That is really relevant in the patch because you can trade it against 620 item, which is actually on the same item level than the Luna Envoy stuff. So yeah, keep that in mind. It might be a really solid upgrade for your character right now, especially if you don't want to spend millions of gil for pentamelding your gear. That's definitely a very heavy change and in my opinion, the best catch-up mechanic they ever have in the game. Acquiring upgraded gear, yeah, we check this out, but it's always the same thing. I will keep you updated about that with the gear companion for 6.3 that will come whenever the patch is launched. We will go through that step by step, and I will show you on screen how to do that. It's sometimes it's a bit complicated, especially for newcomers or returners that never did this. But once you did it a single time, it's easy to get the idea. New items have been added to the inventory of Calamity Salvagers. The NPC vendors that deal in items obtained from duties will now appear according to player progression. Players can now speak with Andon to complete custom deliveries. By completing these custom deliveries, players can receive Gil experience points, crafters scripts, gatherers, or gatherer scripts. Okay, so that's also something they changed here in the custom delivery section. We also have the following additions and adjustments have been made to custom deliveries. Yeah, check this out. This is really in detail things, and mostly just naming things or UI changes or description text help changes. So check this out for yourself. I can't make sense of all of this in this read through, I guess. I'm already overblown by the content we have here. I mean, it's 40 minutes. I'm recording this video right now. Holy hell, how much content is that? It's still not the end. Oh god, collectability values will now be displayed for reference when gathering. Okay, that's cool. I think, like I said, when we have more help text with numbers, it's always a better thing. It's always good that you don't have to figure it out by yourself. New following additions adjustments have been made to Fish Guide. Oh my god, they are really going ham on this patch this time. The level cap for desynthesis has been increased from 610 to 620. New mounts have been added. This looks very, very... The bunny head on that elephant. Oh my god. Okay, that's a cute one. That's really cool. New chocobo barding has been added, I think, from the trial. New minions have been added. The corgi again. The following additions and adjustments have been made for fashion accessories. New fashion accessories have been added. Yeah, that's actually... that's really funny. Umbrella style accessories can now be used automatically depending on location and weather conditions. Okay, yeah, that's something I heard about on the live there. That's really cool. When it rains, you automatically put out your umbrella, which is a really cool thing to have and makes the game a bit more lively, I think. Is it now possible to converse with NPCs, craft, or engage in other activities while using a fashion accessory? That's really cool, especially that you can craft, which is something people are really doing often in their intermediate time of waiting or queuing or whatever. So it's cool that you can still use the fashion accessories. When using data centers, if you're still in another data center after 30 days, you will automatically be returned to your home world the next time you log in. Depending on the timing of your last logout, you may be returned after more than 30 days have passed. The following additions and adjustments have been made to retainers. Cast, glamour, and dye items options have been added to the retainer menu. These options can be applied to items equipped by the summoned retainer or held in their inventory. That hasn't been in the game, right? Players' characters must have appropriate glamour prisms, dispels, or dyes. You can now dye them and cast glamour on them. That's good. I think you could do that before, right? But maybe not in the retainer menu. I think that's the change, right? I heard about doing this before. To be completely honest with you guys, I'm a big fan of True Endgame, but I never did something for the retainers. I'm so sorry about my retainers. They do hard work for me. They made me a lot of gil. But I never checked their cloth. I don't know. I hope they actually have time to shower or anything like that. Have something to eat. Sorry retainers. I'm really sorry about that. But now I will try my best to do it. Now when I can do it from the retainer menu, you will definitely get a new outfit there. The Entrust Duplicates function has been added. The Entrust Duplicate button will automatically search for items in your inventory that can be stacked with those already in your retainer's possession. Oh, that's a big change. That's a really, really good change for sorting out things. That's really, really nice. I like that a lot, especially for crafters like me that have all the old stuff, all the old materials stockpiled on my retainers and still sometimes don't know which I need to buy new and when I bought it new, if I can stack it. That's a damn good feature. Really good. The following additions and adjustments have been made to achievements and tiles. New achievement tiles have been added. Yeah, of course, all the new stuff, you know about that. The tanking jobs get their achievement list done or upgraded for the new trials and dungeons. The Ethernet map will now display when accessing an Ethernet shard in the firmament. Okay, new Ethernet map is being introduced. In order to prevent server congestion immediately after the release of patch 6.3, we will be implementing multiple field instances for Garlemald. Nice. That's amazing because having multiple field instances doesn't sound like a thing on the first look, but on the second glance, that means you can have more A-rank targets available for one server. So this will increase your rewards for the A-rank trains, which is always a good thing. The division of Ultima Thule, I still don't know how to spell it, into multiple instances added to alleviate congestion in patch 6.25 will be removed. Okay, so yeah, never mind then. We will have kind of the same balance now, but it's in Garlemald now instead of Ultima Thule. Alliances formed via Party Finder will now be able to use party chat before entering duty. You couldn't do that? Via Party Finder. You couldn't access party chat before entering duty? Wait a second. Yeah, I think I never did an alliance raid through the Party Finder, or at least once, and then I was just brain AFKing through it. Sorry. But yeah, like I said, it's always good if you have improvements on certain aspects of the game. New dungeons are available for Explorer mode. Available duties, Sasha. Yeah, of course. Duties can be recorded, have changed. That's always, they're rotating, I think. Always rotating. And now we have Abyssos, the 8th circle. And before that, we had the Asphodelos, the 4th circle. So the, new tier has been added to the recording feature. Following changes have been made to the group pose. New stickers have been added, new frames have been added. I never used stickers, guys. I don't know. I think some people like these stickers, but I think I'm not in that age anymore to use stickers on my laptops or on my bed or my cupboard or my, I don't know. Have them. Enjoy them. I don't, but you should do enjoy them. Yeah, additions, we have seen this, the Adventurer plates. Oh yeah, by the way, Adventurer, that's something I figured out already. Party members' instant portraits will now display at the start of following duties, which are dungeons, guild tests, trials, raid dungeons, alliance raid dungeon, deep dungeon, and variant and criterion dungeons. So you don't always have this only for PvP, but now in dungeons as well, which I like a lot. This gives people or players a much more personalized experience. That's really cool, especially, yeah, as you can have this customized by yourself and spend so much time with these. Yesterday I saw very, very cool portrait frames and instant portraits in PvP that I was astonished about. And especially now I think you can also see those in the player commendation. Yeah, here, that's amazing. I like that. That gives your character a little bit more personal touch more. And I like to have personality in a game and customization in a game. And yeah, that you can really customize your online appearance more. That's really cool. Following additions and adjustments have made to UI themes. So yeah, that's something they already announced. The new clear blue theme has been added, which is definitely a very, very old school Final Fantasy look, like Final Fantasy VI. You could change that in there, or Final Fantasy IV even, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it's a classic indeed. It's definitely classic. Number of Waymark slave slots has been increased from 5 to 30. Okay, that's not too bad. That's a cool change actually. Current Gil is now displayed in the inventory. Yay! Hey, I waited for this a long time actually. I hope that you can access the currency from that as well with clicking on the inventory tab, or maybe on the Gil icon there. Pull down menus in the currency settings window now display each currency icon alongside its name. Okay, yeah, that will also fix the problem. Yeah, that's definitely a cool thing. After selecting an item for Grand Company Expert Delivery, the list will automatically adjust upon redisplay so that items before and after the delivered item are visible. Okay, that's definitely cool. Making everything a bit easier to access, in my opinion. A button to reset the order of cross-world link shell channels has been added. Okay, yeah, I'm not sure. I never changed the order here, but yeah, good to see there. Display toggles for system UI elements, hotbars, and duty UI elements have been added to the HUD layout window so that all can be adjusted in tandem. Okay. Whatever that means, I have to figure it out. I will test it out. I can't make sense of it right now. Automatic camera pivot can now be displayed when legacy type movement is enabled, allowing for seamless play with the camera at any angle. Okay, whatever that might mean, we will have to figure it out, because I still think I haven't found the optimal camera setting for myself yet. But yeah, we'll see this. Apply this setting by going to control settings in the character configuration window and selecting disable camera pivot under movement settings in the general tab. Options to disable the right-click targeting of certain types of targets have been added. Apply these settings by going to control settings in the character configuration window and choosing one or more of the 3 relevant options under mouse targeting in the mouse tab. The following options have been added to the system configuration menu, general tab. Yeah, you should definitely check this out. This is so much info here. Instant portraits. They have made so many UI system changes. They were really working on the game. I actually have to apologize. This seems to be a crazy amount of changes and adjustments to the whole system. Yeah, check this out. Like I said, you can find the link in the description. It's a lot of stuff that I can't go through. Yeah, before your ears are bleeding. Maybe your eyes are bleeding as well because whatever. These very low resolution pictures maybe. New trophy has been added for PlayStation 5. Retrieve character data has been added to the subcommand menu for the character selection screen. This command editing a character's appearance or name even when the default display of character information is on 5 due to storage congestion. Yeah, okay, that's actually it. Alright guys, yeah, read through this in detail. I think I have gone through all the really relevant stuff, except the island sanctuary stuff, which I don't have any knowledge about. I would just be baffling about what everything means. So yeah, just keep that in mind and check this out for yourself, or wait for Mione's video to come up as well. So yeah, thank you for watching. I will keep you updated. I will have another Gil-making tip and guide and preparation video coming this weekend, maybe tomorrow, because this actually means a lot of stuff for the Rinashida gear. So I need to talk about that, and I already figured out some tips and tricks that you can make use of or use already to get some Gil right now. So stick around for that and stay tuned for more info about this. Have a wonderful time, have a wonderful weekend, and of course we will talk about the job changes on Monday or Tuesday whenever they got released. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy, and keep loving Final Fantasy.